Hey guys, Joe Tunney here at Infinity of Kirkland in Kirkland, Washington, just outside of Seattle, taking a look at a really good-looking 2010 Lexus RX350 just traded in here the other night, fresh out of our detail shop and looking really good. Now, the 2010 Lexus RX is actually very different from its predecessor. It's much larger, it's about 400 pounds heavier, and it's definitely wider than its predecessor. The RX, although it doesn't have a third row seat, it's still pretty comfortable for a group of 5. In the 2010 model, it's even more so. The comfort is actually abundant. It's one of the most posh and opulent sport utility or crossover sport utilities available in the United States. It's actually a truly elegant and refined vehicle. 6-speed automatic transmission, 275 horsepower, which is new for 2010, and then a combined 20 miles per gallon with all-wheel drive. Not bad. Let's take a look at this particular car. It looks fantastic. One owner, sold at Lexus of Bellevue, serviced at Lexus of Bellevue, and then just serviced by us. Front end looks really nice with 1, 2, 3 little rock chips right up in the front, but again, nothing to write home about. In 2010, they go to a bigger wheel. It's an 18-inch wheel as opposed to the 17-inch wheel. One of the reasons, besides 18-inch wheels look good, is that these big calipers in here, you can see that they actually just barely clear in these 18-inch wheels. It's because the entire brake assembly is larger in 2010 than in 2009 and before. And so the brakes themselves are much stronger on the 2010 model than we've seen before in Lexus RXs. Also, despite the fact that it's 400 pounds heavier than its predecessor, and a little bit of a horsepower gain up to 275, it actually drives completely different than anything in 2009. And you'd think, well, it's a Toyota Camry-based car, and it sits real tall, and now it's real heavy to boot. I bet it's a pretty sloppy driver. No, not at all. It's actually, the steering is really precise. It's more of a performance-oriented steering suspension, and it drives beautifully. There's no other way to say it. It's very competitive with much sportier models starting in 2010, and that was never the case before. But regardless of how you drive the car, still that beautiful wood and leather steering wheel, wood and leather shift, and wood center dash. This is one of the most opulent interiors there is in the car business, and I know that this is just about the least expensive thing you can buy in the Lexus showroom floor, but still, it's gorgeous. I mean, there's no other way to say it. There's cars that cost 2 and 3 times this much new, and they just don't look this nice inside. And this is kind of the base model of the RX. There's no Mark Levinson or navigation in this one. That being said, it's still a dynamite and gorgeous vehicle and far nicer than just about anything else on the market. Now, let's take a look in the back seat. We talked about that extra space. So here I am. I've got this seat all the way back and reclined in the front. And I'm 6 foot tall and 200 pounds, and I've got all kinds of room. I've got headroom, shoulder room. I mean, I'm not even near the center area here. I mean, there's lots and lots of room throughout the entirety of the back seat. You can get real comfortable back here. Now, taking a look in the back, you're never going to tow with the Lexus RX, but it is worth knowing. The Lexus is one of the few crossovers that you actually can tow with. This will tow 3,500 pounds. Again, most of these crossovers are built on car platforms, and this one being the Toyota Camry. And so, because they're built on a kind of a commuter car chassis, that car does not tow, and so therefore the crossover does not tow. That's not the case. It's actually an extremely strong vehicle, and perhaps even the single strongest of any small crossover sold in North America. Nice big trunk accommodations. Granted, it's only 2 rows of seats, but the room that you do have beyond this, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th passenger is abundant. It's actually quite nice. If you're taking a look on the passenger side, yeah, a couple little touch-ups here. I noticed a couple of scratches on one of the wheels on one side and a couple scratches on the wheel on the other side. I noticed, I can tell right away that they had a baby seat. This car just came out of detail, so when you come to the dealership, you're probably not going to see that because our interior repair guy is going to be all over it. But it's just to show you exactly what it is we see when we're taking a car on trade. And then jump on in. Let's take a look. The driving position is excellent. It's whisper quiet. It's wonderful. And then, of course, you have the tilt steering column right here. Wood and leather. Shifter's up high. I've never been a big fan of the shifter being up high like this, but that is how it is, and it is not really all that intrusive. The only thing it blocks are just a couple of buttons on the climate control, but that's not that big of a deal. Your stereo controls are up here. You have a 6 CD changer, and then all your readouts are right up here, up on top of the dash. Everything opens nice, closes nice, everything feels really solid. Heated seats, air-conditioned seats, locking center differential. Even a more basically equipped Lexus is actually really well equipped compared to anything else. This car has 49,000 miles, so it's right at the edge of its 4-year, 50,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty from Lexus. However, it does have a 6-year, 70,000 mile powertrain warranty, so the powertrain components are actually still under abundant warranty, 20,000 miles plus left of factory warranty. If you have any questions about the shop report, I have not cataloged the shop report because it just came out, but I will have that shop report available as soon as later this afternoon. If you'd like me to fax a copy of it or scan a copy of it to your email, you want me to send it to your home, to your office, wherever you like, please put me to work and let me know what information you need to make a more intelligent choice before you come down to the dealership. My name's Joe Tunney here at Infinity of Kirkland. You can reach me at 425-821-1600 or just drop me an email at joet@infinityofkirkland.com.